there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today, you guys, we are talking Big Brother 26, and spoiler alert, we need to talk about the Blindside orchestrated by Takor and Chelsie. You guys, I love the game that they are playing. I know some people on social media are going to credit this flip to MJ and Chelsie, but Chelsie and Takor are actually the goats about this, right? Because Takor did this in kind of manipulating the Cam and Chelsie drama, but she did what she needed to do to keep her trio. And Chelsie, technically, they're both on the opposite sides of the house, but I think they realize, at least temporarily, that they need each other in the game, right? But I think they both recognize, I think Chelsie may realize that her and Takor in a final two is not going to work. So I feel like at some point they're going to have to take each other out. Even though I like them, I don't think them being in a final two is going to work. It'll work for Takor. Takor, I think, knows that she has the jury votes, right? But I think Chelsie knows that she would need Takor in jury in order for her to win, right? So that's one thing, right? The other thing is we've got to talk about this season, you guys. So spoiler alert, if you guys are not aware, right now the feeds are off because they're doing the HOH competition. I don't remember the last time Big Brother, we haven't had, I don't believe, any live HOH comps, and we're actually getting live feeds right after a live show, which is unheard of, which is after a live eviction show. I don't remember the last season that's ever happened. I remember we'd be waiting up all night. They'd tell us some nonsense that we'd have to wait until after the West Coast aired, and I thought they were out of their minds. But this season is so good. I don't know if something was released out into the production room. I don't know if Grutner fired all of the old production people. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I just want to know is, why do the feeds cut whenever Chelsie is discussed, or Cam and Chelsie are having all these secret conversations that we're not privy to, and nobody finds that suspicious but me, right? So we're going to talk about all of it, though, because there is a lot of history. There's a lot of things that have taken place. We have, thus far this season, there's been a veto that has been used 7 weeks in a row, you guys. There has not been any unanimous votes for the last 7 weeks, you guys, and there's been a few house flips. There's been a rogue sympathy vote that ended up kind of being a flip by accident. But I love also, it's not the typical competitions, you guys. Because I had said that for a while when I had been watching Big Brother Canada. I wish there was a way they could bring back Big Brother Canada, because I felt for a while Big Brother Canada really tried to make fair comps. And I felt for so many seasons on the US Big Brother, they made so many physical comps that were going to be favorable to basically the men, and to have it so that basically a man was always going to likely win, or at the minimum get to those final 2 chairs, and it was exhausting to watch. So nonetheless, and there hasn't been, one person that's just dominating every single, HOH and power of veto, and a lot of some of the winners and things that have been dominated, they've been quickly getting out of there. And, we have the potential to have a final 6 of all women, you guys. But I hope, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't feel we need any more twists. And I actually didn't like the AI arena twist at first, but actually, now that it's over, I appreciate it, because it forces people to show their cards and also show how much of an idiot they are. Shout out to Quinn. Listen, might be a nice guy, also might be the most idiotic player on the planet, and I can't stand sometimes when these people say that they're super fans, because they always make dumb decisions in the house, and I never get it. You've seen the show, you're a super fan, you know what's happened inside and out, you watch live feeds, and you completely trust the wrong people. Make it make sense. How do you lose 2 allies on both of your HOHs, Quinn? Make it make sense. So
what ended up happening, and the other big thing too is I love the fact that there hasn't been like one dominant alliance all season, like 1, 8, 10 person alliance that's just like winning every single thing and just picking off people, or people picking off the women or picking off the minorities first, or just dumb stuff, right? Where we're actually getting into some realness. The only thing I would say is lacking is actual conversations. Like, it seems, if I can see I feel like Chelsie is gaming the most, and I would say her and Tico are gaming the most, right? And then I would say maybe Leah might be a little bit behind them, but I feel like as far as everyone else, they're kind of just moving with how the wind blows, and I feel like Angela is completely cracked, you guys. I don't know if she even knows that the season is still taking place. I am cracking up because on the post feeds, you guys, they cut the camera when Quinn is discovering that Chelsie and MJ had flipped. He's like losing his mind. I can't gauge if Cam is really upset or not, because there's this part of me, because there's such a big chunk of the Cam and Chelsie story that we're missing in terms of their game relationship, right? And it kind of sounded like Chelsie went to Cam first after the vote to give him a heads up that she had flipped. But I don't know if they agreed or decided to play up being mad at each other, or play up this separation, or if this is real, or if Cam really is like feeling a certain type of way. I don't know, because when Cam talked to Rubina on Feeds, he said that he's not upset about Joseph leaving. He said the only eviction he was upset about was Tucker, because that was his boy, and he was like crying about it. But he said that he was always going to keep his word and vote to keep Joseph. He said, but he understands that Joseph ran a lot of people the wrong way and just made inappropriate comments. And there's a lot of discourse right now on social media on who this was the right move. And it's like, it's funny because these same people who are praising this move are now dragging it. And I'm like, you guys, we don't even know who's going to be the HOH yet to properly assess this fallout. I know some people are going to be pissed about the fact that a trio was still in the game, but I still feel like technically a trio was broken up. Even though Joseph was a non-factor and a non-threat and delusional about his game, he was going to target Chelsie and the women, basically, right? So there was no benefit to keep him. He was basically going to be there to work for Quinn and Leah. That doesn't benefit Chelsie. So why would she keep him? Why would she keep him there? And Angela acting like, she's so distraught. She's happy Joseph is out of there. She's pissed that she blindsided herself, you guys. She's pissed that she was not the one to be there to vote out Joseph. However, her goodbye message to Joseph pretty much said that she cannot wait to see him out this door, you guys. But she is pissed because whoever she talked to, she feels like she lied to Chemo, basically, right? So nonetheless, I just want to see who Angela is going to blame this vote on. I don't think she's going to blame it on T-Quirks. It sounds like that's who she should blame it on, or who she wants to blame it on. But I feel like she may actually take this out on Leah. And I thought her and Leah were like this, but she may flip this on Leah into thinking like, listen, we're supposed to be the closest in here, and you completely had me convinced that I was voting with the majority of the house. Now, what's going to be interesting is the trio of Cam, MJ, and Chelsie, right? That is what everybody's eyes are going to be on. I see Rubina already coming in, trying to, pull in Cam. And I feel like Leah potentially may do the same. And Leah could technically build her army too and build it with Cam, Quinn, and Angela. However, I would say, depending on who wins HOH, especially if it's one of T-Quirk, Chemo, or Rubina, I feel like the most in trouble would be Quinn and Cam. And then potentially Leah, right? But I feel like they're going to want to get these guys out of here, right? I feel like they want Chemo to be the last guy standing or whatever. But really, that's kind of fake, too, because really, the trio just wants to go to the final three. But nonetheless, you guys, we'll see what happens. Chelsea's damage control, she's been doing damage control. It hasn't even been an hour, you guys, since the show ended, and she had been working the room. I think she's talked to every house guest, you guys. I'm like pretty sure. The only conversation for sure we didn't see is her conversation with Cam, but it sounded like that was first. And I didn't see her talk to Angela, but I saw her talk to basically everyone else, right? I don't know why she's telling people, though, that she would put up chemo if she won HOH unless she knows that she has no intention of winning HOH. It would be dumb for her to win HOH right now because it seems like she's in a pretty sweet spot. T-Core basically said that the people who voted out Joseph are her priority. Right? So that essentially means that Chelsea's going to be protected. But I don't know so much about MJ because T-Core is going to get a rude awakening if MJ's HOH because basically MJ wants to put up Angela and T-Core and thinks that nobody's going to vote out T-Core. But I don't know. I don't know about that, Mackenzie. Because I think Cam would vote out T-Core. I think Quinn would vote out T-Core because Quinn knows, I think Joseph gave him the heads up that T-Core doesn't like him. And I think Chelsie might even vote for T. So that could be a very dangerous thing to do this soon. So I don't know, but I feel like with how horrible MJ was doing in the videos that maybe she's not the most likely to win. I feel like this HOH is down to a T-Core chemo Chelsie win, right? I felt like they were the most solid, right? So that's going to be very interesting to see. But I really want a T-Core win because I want her to get more blood on her hands. And I want her to take out Quinn or whoever, right? And as far as this Cam and Chelsie thing goes, you guys, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if Cam is like really, really mad or if he's playing up that he's down and out and he's a loner and he's too trusting of people to try to build his army. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter, Cam, if you don't win anything. See, that's the whole thing. You're in trouble. You and Quinn are in trouble. Now, I see people on social media trying to magnify everything because you don't like Chelsie, but listen to me. If Leah, Quinn, and Cam do not win, they're in trouble anyways. So it doesn't matter at this point how mad or how in your feelings or anything. If Quinn doesn't win veto, he's gone. If Cam doesn't win either HOH or veto, he's also gone. So now's not the time to be in the slumps. I wouldn't have cared. I would have been studying, but that's just my thought process, right? I would have been studying because apparently there was 21 videos and, you have to know the order and all these things. So it is going to be very interesting to see who wins this HOH. But Quinn, you are in trouble. Now, I think Quinn's not as upset about the fact that Joseph is leaving. He's upset that he's blindsided again and he had another terrible HOH. But he's really pissed because he knows right now there's no path for him to win. He doesn't have the jury. Nobody really likes him. But if he would have had Joseph and Leah, it could have potentially kicked in a couple votes for him. But with Joseph gone, he really just has Leah and Cam. But really ultimately anybody he gets to the end with is more than likely they're going to vote for the other person, right? Unless, I don't know, right? But it sounded like MJ and Chelsie in particular flipped last minute. Well, I don't know if I buy Chelsie flipping last minute, but she's saying that basically chemo speech really touched her about representation and all these other things, and that really got to her heart and all of this. But I feel like she always was going to get him out. She's wanted him gone, especially if you've been seeing her diary sessions and Joseph being delusional about his game and Chelsie getting wind that he wants her gone. Chelsie was definitely going to make sure Joseph was gone, one way or the other. She's very methodical on how she does it, though. But the truth is, I don't know. See, the problem is with them hiding so many Chelsie and Cam conversations, I don't know whether or not they know about this or if they're purposefully trying to separate their games because of all of the hoopla that happened with Mackenzie this week and the cuddles and the head rubs. I don't know if they maybe had a conversation and was like, listen, I don't want us to ever be seen as a duo or seen as a target the way other people are being seen as trios. If we don't vote together this vote, people are going to think that there's issues with us, and we could just play this up a little bit and then at nighttime reconvene or whatever. But something is interesting, right? Because even production called Chelsie first, you guys, to the DR to do the debrief and everything else. So I definitely think that, you know, there's more to come on this Chelsie and Cam saga. As much as you guys don't like them and can't stand it, I like them at least as a duo, right? But they are getting the conversation going, they're getting the people going, and it's hilarious because there's so much unknown about their dynamic, and even the edit's manipulated because there's so much footage of them that we don't see, and so many conversations of theirs that we don't see, that it's giving weird, it's giving edited, it's giving we're missing some pieces to the puzzle, right? But that's all that I had, you guys. Did you guys watch the show? What do you guys think of Joseph being eliminated? And also, shout out to Chelsie, you guys. I need Chelsie to get to the end. I'm sorry. Her goodbye message to Joseph was everything, right? Thought you could ride Tucker's coattails? Well, you could ride it right out the door. I'm like, yes, queen, yes. I am here for the drags. I am here for her to drag him, you guys. I am all here for it. Joseph deserves it. This is what happens when you are cocky and you spend too much time at a low-budget Dollar Tree version of Blockbuster, not getting it together, you guys. His family's going to roast him, and it's going to be hilarious. Jury officially starts now, you guys. So nonetheless, I feel like with this cast, we really don't need a double eviction. Only though there's technically only a couple of personalities. Like, I would say Angela and Chelsie are left as far as the personalities, and I would say Chelsie and T-Core are like the strategists. I feel like the men are just happy to be there. Like, it's such weird behavior, whereas like the men before on Big Brother, they're all like, I'm a comp beast out and this and that, and not so much these men. These men are like there to play Love Island, you guys. And they're there to let the women, you know, run the show, call the shots, and they'll gravitate to whatever woman gives them the attention. No. Get off your butt and play Big Brother. Really, real talk, Quinn should be mad at Leah. Really, he should be. He should not be mad about this vote flipping because ultimately you put your friend on the block. That was your idiotic move, right? But nonetheless, you should be mad at Leah. You were begging her on feeds. You were crying on your knees, begging her not to use the veto. And she used it anyway, you guys. Because she said she was not going to be defined by a man and was going to play her own game, which means all of these women are playing everybody because they want the 6-woman alliance too. Quiet as it's kept, even though it seems very much loud. So I don't even know why Quinn is entertaining Leah, why Cam is even entertaining these conversations with Rubina and everything else. They want you gone, Cam. You should be talking to Chelsie. If only you knew that if you smooth things over with Chelsie, you would be golden in her eyes. She would go back to telling the whole house how amazing you are. But he has no clue. He has no clue. Or like I said, or maybe they did. Maybe they had this conversation that this was going to be the master plan, that they were going to separate this week and use MJ as a decoy, you guys. Who freaking knows? And then they were going to reassess whoever won HOH. I do not know, you guys, but I cannot wait to see who wins HOH because I am here for the mess. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.